Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another weather forecast here by Agent of the Forecast. And this is another weather video here. So this is actually not going to be a topic on the Mid-Atlantic, Northeast, or any of that severe weather stuff. This is actually going to be a topic on the continuing to focus on that record-breaking heat and possibly historic heat. And this is not just going to be a video on just in general the Southwest, but also we're going to be focusing for the Texas area itself. We're going to be seeing early triple digits here that are arriving months early, and we're going to be seeing these 80s go all the way up into the Dakotas, which is absolutely crazy because really April is the snowiest month for those areas. I know we're almost in May, but this is still absolutely crazy. We're going to be definitely seeing a lot more excessive heat warnings, heat advisories, and all that are across millions across the South Central and Southwest as this warm front continues to strengthen. But if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, guys. And without further ado, let's get in this video. So here we are looking at the National Weather Service right here. So we still have these excessive heat warnings out here throughout the Southwest here. This is definitely going to be moving out eastward, and we already have red flag warnings because it is the very warm and dry conditions out here into the Central Plains and even in scattered areas in Colorado. And with these very strong wind gusts in the low level jet, it's going to be causing those fire conditions. So this is showing you really how widespread this heat threat is in this record breaking heat. So we still have these excessive heat warnings now throughout areas into the Southwest. So we have areas out there into the Phoenix area. We have Yuma. We have Tucson. We have Gila Bend, Casa Grande, El Centro, Kingman, Las Vegas, 29 Palms, Palm Springs, Parker, and Lake Havasu City areas in California there. And we even have areas such as Death Valley still in these areas as well. And also including Baker, Barstow, Bullhead City, and also just other counties in southern Nevada. So this is the same exact heat front, and warm front is going to continue to move eastward, taking over all of this really half of the mainly United States, going to be splitting up in the west and east. So this is definitely something very widespread threat. And this is going to be dangerous heat. We're going to be seeing up to 20 to 25 degrees above average in some of these areas. And for some of these areas already, like the Southwest, for example, these averages are already warm enough in the high 80s and 90s. And can you imagine adding 10 to 20 degrees, maybe even 25 in these areas? But Texas and Oklahoma is going to be our main area of focus. That it's next on the list for these very dangerous temperatures and next on the triple digit list. I've been looking up answers and all that, and it usually says Texas does not get triple digits until July 1st or later. And we're seeing triple digits now literally on the first day or second day of May, which is absolutely crazy seeing that coming really early. Doesn't mean we usually see triple digits every time July 1st. Sometimes we see them August, and sometimes we see in September to the first time. So this is absolutely crazy. This is definitely be historic heat. And it's not just the South Central, the Southwest. We have all the way to the Canada area where we have very warm temperatures. We're going to be seeing close to 90 degrees, guys, in South Dakota and Nebraska. Little do we know, they saw snow less than a month ago. They saw snow less than 3 weeks ago, which is absolutely crazy how we are seeing now almost or basically summer temperatures, if not really warmer than their averages. We're going to be seeing close to 85 to 90 degrees in areas in South Dakota and Nebraska. Seeing that same situation in Kansas and Colorado. But here we have this very big warm front here. Going to be seeing up to 20 degrees above average for areas like Wyoming, South Dakota, Nebraska. We see other scattered areas into the Southwest and parts of the Texas area. That will be seeing around 8 to 15 degrees above average. As we now get later into tomorrow, this continues to move eastward now. So seeing now getting to Minnesota and now arriving to Texas. Looks like the worst of it now going to be for Colorado, New Mexico, parts of Oklahoma, and Texas. And we're still seeing this very warm there in the Southwest, Nevada, California, and Arizona. You guys are still going to be seeing these excessive heat warnings there for quite a while. And this is all the way up into the Minnesota area. We're going to be seeing very warm temperatures as well in the north central plains. Going to be seeing up to 6 to 10, maybe even 11 degrees above average. And as we now get moving more into now Sunday, it gets a lot warmer now into the south central, including Texas. They're going to be seeing around 15 to 20 degrees above average for Texas, parts of Oklahoma. And we still have this very widespread heat across much of the general western United States, including Wyoming, the Four Corner states, and even seeing some scattered areas are going to be seeing 4 to 6 degrees above average throughout the Great Lakes in those areas. And then we have another huge wave that's going to be in the next day. By Monday, May 4th, we had this very huge wave of extremely dangerous and possibly deadly heat out here in Oklahoma and Texas once again. This is going to be a bit of the warmer side. It's going to be 20 plus degrees above average for areas into northern Texas and western Oklahoma. And we have that incoming cold front now. That's going to be causing that severe weather potential throughout areas into the south central and the Ozarks. We'll be looking at that later on. And even still by May 5th, we still see these very warm temperatures now moving to the south east, but we finally had these temperatures cooling down now by May 5th. Going to be seeing a little bit of a cold front and maybe slightly above average temperatures in some of those areas still. So this heat won't be as long lasting, but it's still going to be very, very it's going to be incredibly record-breaking, very dangerous heat, possibly deadly if people don't hydrate, they don't minimize their time outside in their backyard and front yard, of course, because you can't really go anywhere due to the coronavirus. But now let's take a look at the European model. So here we have very large warm front. By today, it looks like the worst of it for today and tomorrow will be across the areas into the north central plains, including the Dakotas and Nebraska, getting around 16 degrees above average in these areas. So going to be climbing up to 80s, mid 80s in their highs. So usually that kind of means their average highs is 65, maybe 68 degrees. Now we're kind of adding a lot more heat to that than we usually see, of course, this time of year. Still have this extremely warm air continuing off into the southwest. Not really any hope for an end in the next couple of days, but still by Sunday, we still see now getting close to 16 degrees above average for Oklahoma and Texas. And as you see, the European model, almost more than 80 to 90% of mainly the United States, will be seeing somewhat above average temperatures. And even still by May 4th, we still have possibly 14 to 15 degrees above average in the south central, and then even more widespread, possibly 1 to 5 degrees above average all the way to the plains, all the way to the areas into the Gulf Coast and to the West Coast. And then the European does not show that cold front for May 4th coming into the south central. So it's even worse in the European model for these areas. We're going to continue these possibilities for deadly heat lasting more than 1 week on the European model, still seeing around 10 degrees above average to 11 degrees above average in the southwest, which still generally means triple digits. And we're going to continue to see that threat all the way into May 6th. And we're going to see a bit of a cool down after the south central, which is a bit better. He's seen that really big cool down out there in the northeast there. And as we now get more into let's get into more the end of next week there, by around Thursday and Friday, we're going to be seeing now incoming cold front spreading up into the central plains a little bit more. And this is going to push this warm front now generally into the west. So it's kind of moving out of the central plains, moving out of the north central plains, moving out of Texas. And that's going to really bring those very warm temperatures, though, still throughout areas into the west. Going to be seeing around 16 degrees above average, continuing all the way to May 8th. And then even by May 9th, we're still seeing above average temperatures, and it's going to be arriving to the Texas area once again. Huge potential Arctic blast moving in these areas now to the east United States, but we're still seeing very deadly heat there and extremely, extremely harsh conditions. And even by May 10th, this is not over. So this is on the European, everlasting warm front. And now as we look into the real-time temperatures, so as you see, we're already seeing later today 85 degrees in western South Dakota. We're seeing high 70s and even mid 80s in Colorado. Guys, we're seeing mid 70s in Montana. That is absolutely rare to see 70s in Montana, closer to 80 degrees at this time of the year on May 1st for tomorrow. We're still seeing these triple digits out here into the southwest, and we're going to be seeing these warm temperatures. We're going to be focusing right here. This is where we're going to see that huge warm up right for these areas. It's going to be an incredibly big difference here. Let's go ahead and check that out. So we're seeing 82, maybe those high 80s. One day after, we're going to be seeing now possibly adding 7 to 10 degrees in those areas. Now getting close to the mid high 90s throughout the southwest, south central. Now seeing these 80s and almost 90 degrees in parts of Kansas. Now seeing a bit of a cool down a little bit for the west or the south, the areas into the to the west. But look at this now. As we now get into Saturday, we're seeing 102 degrees out there into parts of Texas. Let me see right here. This is where we have possibly very warm temperatures, and you're about to be shocked. 105 degrees in areas in Texas in May. Not end of May, not mid-May, not at the last day of May, but the first 48 hours of May. So if you kind of think about it, that's almost April. That's literally almost April. And we're seeing 105 degrees. That is absolutely crazy. Not only that, we're going to be seeing these widespread 90s in areas in western Texas. Going to be seeing the very big warm-ups now for the south central. The next day, we're seeing a bit of a cool down now. Still seeing triple digits, but it's a bit of a kind of cool down now. Those areas that's seeing 105 or maybe only 90, so that's a bit of a cool down. But don't let that fool you now, because by Monday it gets a lot worse and a lot more widespread now. We're going to be seeing 101, our first triple digits of the year for Oklahoma now, for it's really May 4th. And going to be seeing now some really very high 90s and triple digits for areas into northern Texas. And going to be seeing now Dallas, you guys will be seeing around getting close to the 90s. And then we're going to be seeing 104 degrees now. These widespread triple digits throughout areas into the really kind of northwestern part of the state. And then we see that bit of a cool down on the GFS. But not showing that cool down on the European though. Or not on the European. But it looks like we'll definitely see some more warm fronts to come in to possibly bring in not as warm for the, like, not triple digits. Does not look like it's going to bring triple digits. But it does seem we're going to be seeing a huge warm up though for the areas in general United States. And it looks like we'll be seeing now possibly climbing into the 80s in the south, into the north central plains. Going to be up to 90 degrees in Kansas, around 90 degrees in central and southern Nebraska, and almost 90 degrees in South Dakota. This is absolutely crazy. Now we're seeing our first 70s of the year, or not first 70s of the year, I don't think, but seeing our more frequent 70s and 60s in the Midwest now, all the way up to northern Minnesota. We're still going to be seeing 43, which is absolutely crazy of a warm up there. But yeah, this is definitely a huge topic there. Definitely be seeing dangerous heat throughout those areas into the south central and just the general areas of the western half of the United States. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that big again subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for 2,210 subscribers. Let's try to get to 2,220 by the end of tomorrow. That really means a lot. I would really appreciate that. Also, be sure to share the channel to any friends or family so we can help grow the channel a lot more and spread the word of my channel so more people are weather aware. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and bye guys.